G'day mates, how you doing? My name is Jay and welcome back to Vault Hunters. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. I don't really know what I'm doing. What is this? But guys, do we have a video plan for you today? If you remember last episode, we had quite a bit of a journey with luck. I don't even know, good luck, bad luck, all kinds of luck. It was quite an adventure. If you haven't seen that previous episode, I'd recommend going and checking it out. But essentially, we were crafting keys and we were cursed by Nautilus shells over and over and over again. And you know what? I think that day of filled with bad luck and good luck, has really taught me a lesson. And that lesson is to really just go with the flow. Just go with the flow of things. Luck will take its course. And, you know, there's not much you can do when it comes to luck. It's in the nature. It's in the hands of nature. And you know, one of the main reasons I say that? Yesterday I was out just gathering random resources and I wasn't recording or anything, but have a look at this screenshot. Yeah, that's right. I was out looking for stuff. I was out just gathering random resources. I came across a buried treasure, or a sunken ship, I should say, and there was drowned zombies. And there was 2 Nautilus shells. There was a group of drowned zombies with 2 Nautilus shells. So that puts us up to 5 now. We had 3 and we got an extra 2. So, you know, sometimes luck is just out of your control. But a quick little base update, I suppose. As you can see here, I thought this is a really nice touch to the base. I created some maps of the area. As you can see, that's us right there. That's our base. And this is the surrounding area. We got the starter desert village on episode 1. And you can't really see it, but that's the beginning of the village. It's just over there in that direction. But I thought this looks really, really cool. I don't know if this is going to break the portal when I place down a key. I don't know if it's going to, you know, pop all the maps off or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think this looks pretty cool. Added some kind of like horn looking things on the portal. Oh, and this too. This is probably my favorite thing. I didn't know about this, but if you add a redstone signal underneath the dragon head, so all it is a redstone torch you can see under there, the dragon's head moves like he's speaking. Isn't that crazy? It's kind of creepy, but it's kind of cool. So he just kind of sits there and yaps away now while I do my stuff. But yeah, nothing else really has changed. Nothing else has changed. I did go out and gather all the resources needed for the next key. I really do appreciate the comments, by the way. A lot of you were letting me know about the music discs, and that was really, really helpful. I really do appreciate that. I just went and got myself a little contraption to capture some creepers. So this right here is my method of obtaining discs. All I do is go out when it's nighttime, find a creeper, and you just dig a kind of shape like this, right? Place down a pressure plate in the middle, 2 slabs of dirt just like that, and break the bottom one. So now, whenever a creeper, all you have to do is go and get a creeper angry at you, right? Pretend this guy's a creeper. You go and get him angry, you walk him over here, you kind of stand in the way. He'll walk directly in the line of sight here, and you'll get trapped. Just like this. He can't go anywhere. And then all you do is go and find yourself a skeleton and get him to come over and shoot the creeper. And as you can see, which chest was it actually? Oh, there it is. It was right under the redstone chest. As you can see, I had to go through quite a few different music discs before getting the broken one. But anyway, I appreciate the help on that. So, you know what? To start off this episode, let's grab all this stuff and make ourselves another vault crystal, because why not? That always feels real good. Now, what are the odds that I take one of these vault rocks and I get a Nautilus shell recipe? Do you guys think I'm going to get Nautilus shell? Oh, God. Well, I'm not even really going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. Ooh, okay. Okay, first of all, no Nautilus shell. I actually think we have everything here for another crystal. I'm pretty sure we have all this, to be honest. Alright, so it turns out I almost had everything, and ironically, the one thing that I'm missing is more endstone. We only have 33 endstone. So, there's one quick fix to that, I suppose. Alley-oop. And... done. I think that should hold me over for now. If I need more, I'll come back. So, ladies and gents, the actual plan for today's video is we need to become even richer and even stronger. The only way that I know how to do that is by getting into more vaults and running them over and over and over again. Pretty much my goal at the moment is to try to hit vault level 25. That's when the game is really going to open up for us a lot. So until then, we have a lot of vaults to grind for, and I think what I'm going to do is just try to run as many vault crystals as I currently have. That's kind of why at the moment I'm currently just seeing what other recipes we can have. You know what? I will make a rule though. No, you know what? Actually, no. I was going to make a rule about Nautilus shells, but I'm not letting Nautilus shells defeat me. Nope. No, sir. Yep. See, look at that. That one's a bit of a pain, but that's not too bad. We're just going to go back to a guardian temple and look at that. Easy. Another crystal. But regardless, what I think my goal is going to be is to get 10 vault crystals. And at the moment we have 7. So for this episode, that's what I'm going to do. We are going to grind and grind and grind and do 10 vault runs. And we're going to see what happens at the end of it. So this video might take me quite a while to make. And to be honest, most of these vault runs are going to be happening over live on Twitch. So again, just for your daily reminder, if you haven't checked it, go follow me over on Twitch. Link in the description. And you know what? Before we start this kind of montage, I guess, of running vaults, I might actually grab the Elvish perk. We got 5 unspent skill points thanks to last episode, and I did want to get this initially. Instead though, we decided to get cleanse and upgrade a few of our other current abilities. So I think to start this off, I'm going to learn Elvish. Yep, I'm not even going to think about it. Boom, done. So now I don't even ever have to worry about fall damage. Very nice. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to try my best to craft 3 more keys and we are going to run 10 vaults. I hope you enjoy this episode, and if you do, please make sure to leave a like and check to see if you're subscribed already. I would really appreciate it. The support has been incredible lately. But now it's time for more vault runs than we've ever done. Let's do this thing. So vault number 1 was actually pretty smooth. We got gilded and weakened. Weakened is never good, but we actually ended up just being able to get all the obelisks done and fight the boss really smooth, really easy. And I was quite proud of this one. You can see in this moment right here though, I actually realized that I don't have any fire resistance, so all I did was open up my loot chest and grab out one of the jade apples, which gives you fire resistance. These are a must if you're fighting the soul blaze. Vault number 2 went just like the first one, except we got unlucky and slowed, so just 2 negative modifiers. So we kind of just wanted to try to focus on getting the obelisks on this one as well, as there was only 3, and it kind of went just like the first one. What we did was grab the obelisks, loot on the way, and kill the boss. As you can tell from here too, don't poke bees. And these right here are always very worth going for. These are X marks the spot rooms, aka treasure rooms. They can be randomized in what they give you though, so you have to be careful. Sometimes they can be trapped or sometimes they can be rewarded. This one we got rewarded. It was very, very nice. Gilded chests, ton of loot. This boss fight went really smoothly, especially with activating the rampage effect. Because this is undead, using the axe, it went down like a breeze. Vault number 3 was a little bit tricky, a little bit interesting. We got strong, and you can see the difficulty modifier. That kind of actually scared me quite a bit on this one. The difficulty modifier just makes it so that the mobs, when they hit you, they hit really hard. Now this one, as you can see as well, the boss fight, I actually panicked because I did not realize that that was the last obelisk. I right-clicked it thinking I had one more to get, so I panicked a little bit, just kind of geared up with everything I needed to eat, and just went for it. And luckily, it panned out. You can see here though that I forgot to use my axe and was instead using the sword, but still worked out. Now this was a really good one. Vault number 4, healing and easy, just meant that the mobs wouldn't show up as frequently and that we had permanent regeneration. So it was really, really nice. This one we looted a little bit, but kind of went just like the first other vaults. We just activated all of the obelisks and fought the boss, and yeah, it was quite nice. Something to note here too, as you can see, I actually didn't realize that the boss crates drop at your feet when the vault is completed, so make sure you have room and make sure you pick it up, because I nearly forgot mine. Now vault number 5 is a bit of an interesting one. We didn't end up defeating the boss because it was difficult. We didn't end up finding many of the obelisks, so we actually just looted up a bunch and ended up getting out of there. It was really good loot though. And that brings us halfway through these 10 vaults. We ended up getting a ton of loot, so there's something I want to talk about. So guys, we need to have a little bit of a chat. What I really wanted to stop and pause really quickly is to have a chat about what's just happened, right? We've just done 5 vault runs, and the thing about this is, first of all, it took a long time to make. We actually live streamed this over on Twitch, and it was 5 vault runs, but it was about a 3.5 hour stream, close to 4 hours, and I had to try to edit that down into that little montage that you've just watched. So a 6-minute montage was actually like 4 hours worth of footage, and it took a lot to edit down. It really did. So I'm thinking maybe we might just need to change that in just a little bit. I'll talk about that in just a second. But one of the main things is all the loot that we've gotten, right? From 5 vault runs, as you can see, if you remember, we just did 5 vault runs, and 4 of them, we actually got these boss crates. We defeated 4 bosses out of the 5 vault runs that we did. So that was actually pretty good. So as you can see here, we've got these 2 boss crates, this one here, and then these other 2. But remember, we got one of these other boss crates from last episode. One of the other times, another time we defeated the boss, not on these 5 runs. So essentially, we have 4 boss crates full of loot that we got on these vault runs, and it's a lot of stuff. As you can see, we'll talk about most of this other stuff later. We're not going to go through all of it. The main stuff here is like the gifter statues. This is really important. But anyway, the main thing is these vault cookies. This is kind of this is the other reason that I wanted to have a quick chat. As you can see down the bottom right hand side of the screen, my vault level at the moment, I'm level 9. I'm just under level 10, and we have so many vault cookies to eat that this could potentially get me sort of close to level 25. I don't know if it's going to or not. It very well could. It might fall short. I don't really know, but the thing is, if I eat all of these now and I get to level 25, then anything after that is going to be a little bit of a waste. So this is kind of why I wanted to have a bit of a break here and just see if we eat all of these now, what's going to happen. Because if we get to level 25, then we need to reevaluate a little bit. So yeah, I'm thinking we just eat these now and see what happens, because yeah, like I said, we're very close to level 10, and if I eat all these, then if we get to level 25, it could change some things. So I'm just gonna eat all these now and we'll see what level we get to. Ooh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm actually really glad that this has happened. That just means that we didn't waste any vault cookies, because like I said earlier, once you get to level 25, the vault cookies stop giving you XP. You don't get any more XP after hitting level 25. So that's actually a really good thing. We don't want that. So, all right, well, this actually just kind of goes on to my next point. And what I think I'm going to do for the next 5 vaults, I'm not going to include them in a montage, because that took so much effort to record and edit. And I just don't think it's the most entertaining thing to watch. So I think that's just what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to speed run these 5 vault runs. And we're going to come back like we have now and put all the loot into a vault, one of these boss crates, and see what all the loot that we get. I think that's going to be the most efficient way to do it. And, you know, that way we might be able to try to do one more vault run. I want to try to at least do 1 vault run per video, like a proper vault run. So, yeah, I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to put the 5 vaults into a montage. I'm just going to go and speed run them and see what happens. So, yeah. So, I guess I'm about to speed run these vaults, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh, hey, minute's up. That's like actually the very next day, but for you guys it's instantaneous. Well, ladies and gents, we have done it. We have run 10 vaults. It took us quite a while. It really did. And again, I am quite glad that we didn't do a montage for the other remaining 5, because to be honest, they weren't that great. We got incredibly unlucky with most of them, and not really too much happened, to be honest. We didn't get that much amazing loot, not compared to the first 5, so it was definitely a good idea that I didn't make a montage of that. The only 2 things of note that happen is I lost one of my shulker boxes that I go in there with all my utilities for extra potions, the Eye of Ender, stuff like that. That really sucked. That really sucked, but you know, it wasn't the end of the world. Luckily, it wasn't a boss crate full of loot. And the only other thing that happened is that we found a puzzle room that kind of looks like a giant Rubik's Cube. I won't really go into details, but it's something to note for the future. The main reason being is that these blocks here have something to do with this Rubik's Cube room. It's a bit of a puzzle, but again, we'll get into that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So I suppose the only thing left to do is go through the loot that we got. And as I say, normally, like, I like to separate all the vanilla stuff from the vault stuff. So this is actually what we got. Both of these crates have just been filled with all the vault gear that we've gotten. As you can see, it is quite a lot. It is quite a lot of stuff. This chest isn't as full as this one, obviously, but the fact that we filled this actually says a lot. For 10 vaults, that's actually a lot of stuff. So we're not going to waste time and go through all of this stuff. We just got some really awesome stuff with these gift statues, though. I'm going to set these up. As you can tell, the ones that we already did have set up, and you know how I was saying that I'm going to rename one of these to someone who left a comment on the last episode. I'm still going to do that. But these ones have, as you can see, they've got little red skulls. They're no longer producing blocks. So you can do something with these guys, but we're not really going to get into it now. For right now, I'm just going to pick these ones up. And then what we need to do is kind of set up a whole bunch of more chests and stuff along this area, along this wall, so that we can place down all of these ones that we've gotten. So let's do that real quick. Well, there we go. I didn't actually even notice that these were doubles. I just randomly placed them down. And look, one of them's me. It's me. And which one am I? I don't know which kind of block I'm pooping out, but I'm not going to check. But there we go. So all of these guys are now going to naturally kind of produce us with some stone. Is that Captain Sparkles? I've never seen this skin before. But yeah, all these guys are now just going to sit here. As you can see, we've got rocky dirt. We've got some turf, dirt, scorchia stone. What am I producing? Limestone. That's kind of lame. Ooh, cobblestone's a really good one. Iron plate. Oh, that seems really handy too. Smooth stone's not too bad. Oh, this actually looks kind of nice. Look at that. But yeah, regardless, this is one of the really nice things to get from these vaults. It does take up quite a bit of room, as you can see, but you know, we got the room for it. But yeah, all these guys will just naturally produce us some blocks over the course of their period. Once they finish, like once they don't have any more blocks, to poop out. That's what happens to these ones, like the ones that we did have down. As you can see, they kind of go into a black and gray state and they no longer produce stuff. But there is still a use for them after they've all been kind of completely diminished. And that is with this thing right here called a statue cauldron. Now, as you can see, it's really expensive to make. But thanks to all these vault runs that we have been doing, I'm pretty sure we do. Wow, we just have enough. Is it 7 or 8? It's 7. The fact that we just have enough for this is actually pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So we just grab this, we grab our netherite ingots, and then we place down a cauldron statue. Now, what this does is actually allows you to put gifted statues that you have completely diminished into this cauldron, and once it fills up, you can make yourself an omega statue. Essentially, it's one of these kind of statues, but really, really big, and it produces a lot. The type of block, what it produces, is chosen at random, just like these. But yeah, all you got to do is first of all, grab yourself a water bucket, and then you just right-click the cauldron with the water, just like so. It didn't actually even take my water bucket. That's interesting. And then the only thing we have to do, as you can see, keep note of the really dark blue color. We just throw in each of these gifter statues that have been completely diminished, and they, you know, they have no use to them now. What will happen is that this water will eventually kind of change color. It didn't really change color here, but it kind of goes from like a blue to like an aqua green. And then once you've tossed enough of these in there, you can produce an omega statue. So that'll be really useful. That'll be really useful later on. So the other thing for this section is the vending machine, which, as you can see, we got a lot of vendors. We're just going to grab all of these and throw them in. And Mr. Iskal, the creator of the mod pack. Oh, he's got a choice flask. Awesome. So look, we've just thrown all of these in, and now, as you can see, our shop has just expanded a ton. And they sell a whole bunch of other different things. Vault essence would be really, really nice. Oh, and they're selling a weak vault magnet. This thing is really cool. It kind of just picks up any dropped items around you and kind of automatically sucks them up into your inventory. But this right here, this is a really good buy. Essentially, what choice flasks do is allow you to re-roll one of the perks that you might have spent some points on. I believe it only does the specialization though, which actually, I've only just realized we have specialization for vein miner now. So I realize now that I've completely already forgotten to talk about it, but I've gone to level 21. My vault level is 21. We did have a bunch of skill points, but I use them just to kind of upgrade dash. As you can see, I'm level 3 in dash now, 2 in rampage. We actually bought a perk called Step Up, which just allows me to run up blocks like there were stairs. I talked about this once before, but even check this out. You can run over fences just like there were stairs. It's pretty useful. We took a point into haste and a point into speed as well. So yeah, I think that was it. I think that was the only thing I spent my points on. Just upgrading current abilities and getting some new ones. But regardless, Choice Flask just pretty much allows you to drink it, and it will allow you to respec into something that you've put your points into. So for example, I want this right here, Vein Miner Fortune. Vein Miner will add levels of Fortune enchantment while vein mining. So I'm assuming this is separate to the actual Vein Miner. For example, my Vein Miner is level 2. It's 8 blocks. Level 1 Fortune on the Vein Miner is only going to be 4 blocks. So 4 out of those 8 blocks that I mine should be Fortune. I think, if I'm getting that right. I don't know. Am I? Do I have that right? Let me know. So something like this is going to be really handy. So we're actually going to choose Fortune. So now my symbol should be changed. Yep, there it is. That's really handy. So if I wanted to redo that, if I didn't want to do that, I could buy something like this, like a choice flask, and drink it and yeah, redo it again. Very handy. So going through the rest of all the other goodies, we don't really need to go through too much of this stuff. We kind of will when we need to, as we come across it. For example, this Star Essence is actually going to be really, really handy. Star Essence is going to be our key to unlocking mods. And this is where the game is kind of locked behind the progression system of being able to unlock mods as you go. And there's a little bit of a complicated system to it. As you can see here, the +0, -1. If I click on any one of these in the decoration mod, that's what it says for every one of these mods. But if I go down to, say, utilities and click Danks here, you can see it's now +0, +2, +1, +1, +1. What this means is that if I were to choose decorator, it would take off a cost for each one of these categories by 1. So it would minus the cost of whatever one of these mods is cost by 1. So if I unlock decorator, it would reduce the cost of all of these mods that have the -1, statistic applied to it and make it 1 cheaper. For example, Danks is a mod that I'm really interested in learning, but it costs 5 research points. So if I was to unlock Decorator for 1 research point, that would then take that Danks, and instead of it costing 5, it would then cost 4. And this stacks, by the way. So if I was to unlock all of these mods, let's just say if I unlock 3 of them, then that would mean that each of these mods would be reduced by 3. And that would mean that Danks would cost 2. Do keep in mind though that you can only reduce mod cost to 1. It cannot go to 0 or anything lower than that. The lowest it can go to is 1. So I would probably look at maybe getting something like Decorator to begin with, just so I could start reducing the cost of other mods, because Danks would be something that we could really use later on. But let's just talk about this, for example. I want to unlock Decorator. Well, how do we do that? Well, to get research points, we need something called a knowledge star. This thing right here. And as you can see, it is crafted with star shards and a star core. The star shards are made up of 9 star essence. And as you can see, we need a total of 8 of these star shards. So to make 8 star shards, we would need 72 star essence. And as you can see, we definitely have that. In fact, you can see that we almost have enough for 2. But we're not that rich yet, because the most expensive part about this crafting recipe is the star core, which, as you can see, takes 20 Larimar, because there's 4 right here, and then you need to craft 4 of these perfect Larimars, which cost 4 as well. So in total, that's 20 Larimar gems. And the most expensive thing is the Vault Diamond block. And if we have a look in the loot that we have, we do actually have enough to make a diamond block. We do have 9 diamonds. Actually, in fact, we have 7 there, don't we? Yeah, we have 2 in there as well. So we'd be very close if we had a little bit more star essence. We can make 2 knowledge stars. That's actually really exciting to know. But you know what? We actually do have enough to make our first knowledge star, and this would be really handy to have. So you know what? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. We're going to make 8 of these. We're going to craft ourselves the star core. Oh my god, 9 vault diamonds already down the drain. And then we need 4 of these perfect Larimars. There's the star core. Oh god, that's expensive. And look at this. We have crafted our very first knowledge star. And this is the key, the secret to unlocking mods in the game. So all you have to do is right click this in your hand, and boom, top right hand side of the screen, 1 unspent knowledge point. So there are many different categories of mods to choose from storage, which will be much later on, decoration, power, utilities like backpacks and all these other really cool things. There's even jetpacks in this mod pack, but a lot of this stuff is going to require other mods to work. So for example, if I wanted to refine storage, I need a power source for this. You can't just unlock this mod and have access to it. You would need to unlock a power mod as well. And as you can see, these are kind of expensive. So I think the way for anyone to start out in Vault Hunters is to definitely look in trying to invest in decoration mods so that it reduces the cost of everything else. And because we only have 1 knowledge star, we're not that rich yet, we can only afford to unlock something that costs 1 research point. And it's not a bad idea to go into decoration, again, to reduce the cost of other mods. So we can afford any one of these, but I'm going to go for decorator, and there is a reason for it. It doesn't really matter which one you choose unless you're really into decorating. The main reason to do this is to reduce the cost of the other mods. But there is some things that I really want to do with decorator, so that's what I'm going to unlock. Just like that, we've unlocked our first mod. This is really exciting. These 10 vaults have proved to be really good for us, and puts us 1 step closer to being able to be on our way to find our very first artifact. And don't forget, there's 25 to find. That is the goal of this mod pack, and that's kind of what we're going to be aiming towards, but you have to walk before you can run. So that's what we're doing here. We're beginning our walk, and as you can see, it's been quite a successful journey up until that point as well. So all this other stuff is really handy. We don't really need to worry about any of this stuff now. All the ores and all this stuff, I'm just going to save and keep for another day. All of this stuff too is really nice and rare things to have. So yeah, all I'm going to do is stash this stuff away, and I think we're going to open up mystery boxes and the relic booster packs, because we could get some helpful items in these. Wow, guys, I've just actually realized we do have enough to craft another knowledge star. We have everything in here. We have enough star essence, we have the Larimar, and we have just enough for another vault diamond block, but I don't know if I want to just yet. I probably would be doing something very similar to what I did before. Yeah, as you can see now, -1 on all of these. So Danks, that what did cost 5, now cost 4. So I'd probably still keep going in this tree somewhere, buying something along the lines of one of these decoration mods, but I just don't know if I'm going to need the Vault Diamond or anything else, any more Larimar for anything else just yet. So I'm going to hold off for that for now. What was that? Just for her. Yeah, tongue-tied myself. Anyways, let's open these mystery boxes and relic packs. You know what? We'll do the relic booster packs first. These have a random chance to drop you something, and usually that's not the case. Like something rare, something good. But we'll see what we get. You also do get Vault XP as well, so keep an eye on my XP bar. See how it's just in line with the two. Whenever you don't get anything, you do get a tiny fraction of XP, so we might actually get quite a bit of Vault XP from this too. Let's find out. Okay, nothing from that set. Let's go for the next one. Oh man, that's always so... Is that a piece of vault gear? Was that a relic? What is that? Oh, it's our first relic. No, these are two relics. Oh my. I have talked about these a little bit in one of the previous episodes. Essentially what relic sets are, if you need 5 pieces to complete one relic set. And as you can see, these are two different sets. This is the T-Wolf 999 set and the Shield Man H set. If I was to find the other 5 pieces of each of these sets, we can craft a statue, this guy right here, and it reduces the time, it increases the time in the vault by 30 seconds. So instead of our vault time being 25 minutes, it would be 25 minutes and 30 seconds. These are good finds. But as you can imagine, it would take quite some time to gather 5 pieces in all these sets. And I don't know how many different sets there are, but there's quite a lot of them. But that's it for the relic booster packs. As you can see, we got a little bit of XP. Not too much, but a little bit. Now we're on to the mystery boxes. Oh, it's so loud. That's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Oh my, we can't even grab it all. Oh my god. Place both of these down and kind of just... My, oh my. Did we just filled a vault boss crate? That's not meant to be in there. My gosh. Well, as you can see, we got quite a bit of stuff from that. Burger pieces. So, remember how I talked earlier about how cookies will only give you XP until you get to level 25? Well, that's where vault burgers come in. Find yourself all the pieces to a burger, and as you can see, it only takes the bun, the patty, the tomato, and the cheddar. Then you can make yourself a vault burger, and essentially that's the way to get XP by consuming things after level 25. And I believe we have enough to make one of these things. I can't remember if I found another burger bun, somewhere else. But yeah, as you can see, we have enough right here. I think can we do it here? Yeah, we can. Just like that, we're going to have our very first vault burger. But we're going to want to save these for much later on in our journey. That'll make sense when we get to it. But other than that, that's all of our loot sorted, put away, and displayed from 10 vault runs. You could say this was quite a big dub. Now, just very quickly before I forget, I did also say that I was going to rename some of these statues, or one of them this episode, to somebody who put their username down in the comments down below. So we're going to do that real quick, and this is how we're going to do it. As we can see right here, these are all the names for people who, put their usernames down in the comments. It's just going to be completely randomly generated. So these are all the names. I'm going to scroll down here and pick a random name. The person is Pringo Skiller. So Pringo, mate, I think I'm going to do it right here on the edge just because it'll be easier. Boom. There you go. There's your skin in game. If you guys would like to do the same, if you want it for the next episode, make sure to leave your name. Use your Minecraft username down in the comments down below, and I'll rename one of these statues. So yeah, your face, your character can be in game. I just thought it'd be a cool little addition. But guys, that's actually going to do it for today's episode. And in celebration of completing 10 vaults, it's time for cake. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, we've actually created a very special crystal that is called Cake Hunt. And essentially, all it's going to do is change the objective of our next vault run. We're going to do this next episode. We have to hunt for some cakes. So be sure not to miss the next one. I'd really appreciate it. If you guys leave a like and subscribe, I would really, really appreciate that. It'd make my day. And I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. It's been a lot of fun. You guys and girls have a great night, great morning, wherever you are in the world. Please do take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys soon.